A man bought a beautiful piece of land, ready to retire and relax, but history won't let him.
Tonight, we find our Tar Heel traveler in Henderson. Scott Mason tells the story of a troubling past haunting the present.
History doesn't always come to life in a book. Sometimes you have to see it, touch it, even if you'd rather turn away from it.
This is it.
A simple wooden post.
It is very brutal.
A whipping post.
Tie one slave here and one at the bottom on his knees, and they would whip them both at the same time. The straps are the straps authentic from the 1800s. Yes, I hired a genealogist to do the research. This is the whipping post that was found on the property behind the barn.
This barn.
The same steps that they took.
Research indicates this is where the enslaved slept. Up top, animals below.
80 and 90 degrees at night. You have to sleep but get up 5 o'clock in the morning to go to work in the fields.
20 plus acres in Henderson.
Want to ride on one of the golf carts?
Open for tours.
So you come along a few years ago and buy the property.
Right.
And then what?
And then we called the Historic Society, and that's where things started to unfold.
He knew of the graveyard, this one graveyard.
They are the people that owns the property.
The Worthams had owned it.
You know, they have their tombs and they have their names on it compared to the other.
The other.
Small stones.
No names. The recently discovered cemetery of the enslaved.
I feel sad because they're just humans, you know? They're the same. So I think the preservation of this place is, especially this, is sacred.
This place is called Back to Eden.
And I just wanted a place for my grandbabies to play and to plant a garden. That was it.
Until he began opening a cruel doorway to the past.
A sweat box?
It was called a sweat box. That was no bigger than a doghouse.
And an enslaved person might stay in there for days?
Might stay in there for days as punishment.
Punishment at the hands of the masters.
What are your feelings about the Worthams?
I don't look at them as bad people. They were doing, at the time, what everybody was doing.
What Ken is now doing.
But it happened right here.
Is teaching.
As entertainment for parties.
And learning.
The genealogists went through newspaper articles, old letters, census reports. The historic value of this property is amazing. We're still uncovering things.
And maybe he has uncovered something about himself.
Is it ironic that you feel a sense of peace here, given its past?
It is.
Does that speak of healing?
For me, it's what God has given me to be steward over as a black man that owns the place. And the slave now has become the master.
Back to Eden.
I want to start a legacy that this is a place that has been transformed and resurrected. So we're resurrecting Eden right here on a slave plantation.
What an amazing thing he even said there at the end. That story is just compelling and frightening.
Such cruelty happened there.
Ken Spellman. So he invites the public to tour his property in hopes that one day it'll be named a state historic site.